This is some epic racing as he goes round the outside, gives each other space. Or just about gives each other space as we go door to door. Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. This week, the GT1 series, or the GT Challenge series, is at the Nordschleife, one of my most favourite and loved circuits. And this combination is absolutely sublime. I'm driving the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 here for a 5-lap race coming right up. And this actually isn't my first attempt at this race. I tried this on Thursday. It is now Sunday, as there's only 2 hot splits a week for this series. And Thursday didn't go particularly well. Whoa. But we ignore that entirely, and we have another go here today. So the race starts in a couple of minutes' time. As with all Nordschleife Sprint Series, qualifying is detached, and I didn't do it. But we are starting 6th on the grid based on our iRating number, and we are the number 9 car in this series. There is 21 GT1s and 7 GT2s. I don't believe we do lap the GT2s within these 5 laps, but if we do, then we'll just have to deal with them. But yes, I will jump ahead and see you guys on the track. Right, rolling start here at the Nordschleife. 5 laps, hopefully, to come right up right now. We have a couple more corners, and then we are going green. Here at the green hell. And, okay, some guys already crashed into me. Interesting. First gear start, I think. Round the outside. Here we go. Up towards the first corner, Speed Schmidt's curve. The brakes are very cold. Tyres are very cold. Just going to take it nice and easy. The Corvette got past us, the Hoonigan liveried of Alberto, but we make it through in one piece, although be a position down. Oh no, we started 6th. Same position, sorry. Anyway, heading into Hatzenbach, just going to try and take it nice and easy through here. Concentrate, make it through alive. We should be a bit quicker than the cars behind. We just don't want to get caught up in any accidents or lose any momentum as we go through the twists and the turns of the Hatzenbach section. Before we head down the hill, get a very nice exit indeed. But the grunt of that V8 Corvette in front of us, which you can barely hear over the screaming V12 of our own Aston Martin, as we get a little bit of air over the top of Flugplatz. Car dancing around all over the place. Tyres really not up to temperature yet. And now the long run to Stratenkreuz. This is where we got brutally murdered last on Thursday, so we're just going to try and make it through in one piece. Got a lot of slipstream, so we're going to tap the brakes, turn it in, or front lifting us slightly, and then hard on the anchors into Arenberg. Take a look up the inside, but no way through, as Jarrett goes very deep and locks up massively. And now down towards the compression, one of my favourite corners, the foxhole. Just hurtling down the hill. 6th gear, nearly 300 kph there as we head into the compression. Now over the top, careful over the curb, it can bite you in the wrong way. Now Adenauer forced, clumsy little section, turning nice and late. Avoid that big curb on the inside. Oh, we got a little bit of a run, but they just have so much torque on the exit. Need to try and get past this Corvette. He's really slow here. Maybe we can sneak a wheel up the inside. Gonna hold our line. Oh, just about made the move. There's just about a gap there, and that hopefully should free us to try and catch after the cars ahead. This corner, very easy to lock a wheel. Turn it in nice and late. Hit the late apex. Don't use too much of the outside curb like I do. And now, piff path. Small lift. Turn it back in. Miss, hit, miss. Briefly into 5th. Back to 4th. Ride the brakes. On the throttle nice and early. And now into Vershyfen. A very tricky corner. Track falls away from you. Very easy to lock up the front wheel. End up sailing off into the outside barrier. Already put a nice gap on that Corvette of Alberto behind. Oh, this corner's such a pain. Uphill right, dragging on the brakes. Nice and early on the throttle. Car dancing around as you try and put down all 600 or so horsepower that this mighty V12 Aston has. And now this one of the most important corners on the circuit. Whoa, very late in on the brakes, bit of a lock-up, but we get a hell of an exit. And now we're just going to sit in the slipstream. 4th gear, 5th gear. Oh, double upshift there, not good. That's going to ruin our momentum all the way up the hill. Of course, using the stick sequential as the real car has it. I think I just pulled it for a bit too long there. That's going to ruin our run, but they are going too wide. John and Michael. Oh, that's brave into bravery. Are they going to keep it too wide? Nope. The Aston gets ahead. We're going to tab the brakes down to 5th gear. Very nice run. We just cannot lose this slipstream. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. Small lift. And then hard on the brakes once again. Now coming up to the famous carousel. Very tricky in this car. This vehicle very low to the ground. All that underfloor downforce and the massive diffuser on the back. Likes to get caught and you can just hear it scraping. You have to take it a lot slower than you think as the carousel forces you to the outside. And then you get a ton of wheel spin on exit just for good measure. And now up to one of my favorite sequences of corners anywhere in the world. And in this car is an absolute blast. On this setup, which I nabbed from the GT1 Discord. Car feels absolutely glorious through here. Just dab the brakes, 4th gear, into Vipperman. Attack the inside curb, and then really attack this one. Oh, a bit late on the turn-in. Briefly down to 3rd, blipping on the downshifts. Don't have to lift on the upshifts, though. Oh, a bit of understeer. Probably have carried the brakes in a bit harder. Now, YouTube corner. Don't go too wide. Don't pick up the off-track. And Brunchen itself, very late apex. Very nice. Using the power and the torque to get the car rotated on the exit. This corner's tricky. Use all that curb you can. Car can handle it. Now through the roller coaster section. Gonna brake just before the jump. Off the brakes and back on again. Oh, Corvette's very deep there. It's gonna give Jarrett ahead a nice little run, but there's nowhere to get past it whatsoever. Have to have a small lift. These cars in the slipstream in the dirty air really don't turn too much. They're not GT3 cars, they're old school, they're GT1 cars. They got more power, less downforce, but so much more exciting to drive. Now just a couple more corners to go and already nearly at the end of the first lap. Second carousel, again like the first one, car bottoms out, you have to take it slower than you think. But I think that was a bit too slow. We're going to have a nice little double slipstream here as we go through the double right-hander at the top of the hill. Edge of throttle, now we can get full throttle. 5th gear, nice and early. All the exit curb. What's the gap? 6/10. Right, now what can we do? In the slipstream, we'll start gaining about now as the cars ahead hit their VMAX. We're all the way up 7,500 RPM. We're not gaining too much here. Corvette and the Aston too wide. That Aston, it's quick. The Corvette also has that big old meaty V8 in it though. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Now we're getting the run. Now the gap's coming down, but we're hitting the rev limit, so there's absolutely nothing more we can get in this car into Tiergarten. Very tricky braking zone, big bumps. And that is already the first lap completed. When we come around this final corner, a little bit of oversteer. That's 1 lap completed, 4 to go. And we've gained 1 position. I think our battle here is going to be for the bottom step on the podium. That first and second have just absolutely disappeared. They're in an absolute different class of their own out there today. 5th gear, through the little kink. Hands and back, brake, straight line, turn it in, back on the throttle. Keep it in 3rd. This car's so easy to lock up, no ABS. Traction control, very, very handy though. Gives you a little bit of slip, but it won't let you spin unless you really abuse it. Oh, nice late apex, come on. Oh, on the throttle, nice and early. Very nice, very nice. That's going to give us a good run through here. 5th gear. Again, up the hill towards Hatzenbach we go. Keep it in 5th gear, I think. Just dab of the brakes, turn it in. On the throttle, nice and early. Oh, we've got a very good run here, but there's nowhere to go. The Paceworks car of Jarrett Lee. Do we dare try and take a wheel to the outside? I think we're a bit far back. Going to maybe try and force him to look to the inside. Just back off a little bit. Don't want to be locking up into the back of them. Brake a bit early as he forces one up the inside and murders the Corvette. And contact. And that is the Corvette out of the race into the barrier. Probably goes up to 4th place. Now we just got to try and get past Jarrett somewhere. Where do we get past? Past here, it's very difficult now for about half the lap to find overtaking places unless we get a really good run. We've got to try and force him into a mistake. Or force myself into a mistake very deep. You can just see how much steering input you have to put into this car. It's definitely far from planted, these old school GT1s. I love racing these things. And just the noise of this V12, it's spine tingling. I've heard this thing in real life, and iRacing has done a very good job. I mean, this car's very old on the iRacing service now. One of the very first cars that came to iRacing, I think about maybe 6 or 7 years ago now. Actually, if not more. Oh, he's wide, he's wide. Oh, we make the move around the outside of Miss Hit Miss. Oh, I've gone deep, I've gone deep. Oh, oh. Come on, get it back together. It's going to be a tough fight. We're going to have to go defensive here. Not an overtaking place. Hopefully we can cut it back to the inside, block the apex. As long as we get a good run out of here, which we don't. Gonna have to try and take the middle of the road line approach to Lauder Links. Not going to be able to get away past here. He's trying to force it. This is some epic racing as he goes around the outside, gives each other space. Or just about gives each other space as we go door to door. He's still there on the right. On the left, sorry. We're going to have to take the outside line. Is he still there? Is he still there? Is he still there? Yes, he is. Oh, we can just about force our way through, maybe. We lose the position, but we're in the slipstream now up the hill. We're going to go to the inside. That gives us the inside line for Bravery. And he has to yield the position. We're still door to door. We finally get clear. I want to be ahead through this final section as he lifts and backs off, and we finally get the move to stick. That was some epic racing. A little bit of door-to-door contact, but that's old school GT racing for you. That is just allowing the lead pair to pull away. Luckily, we're still gapping the cars behind us. Now, what we don't want is to make a mistake in the carousel here. Just take it nice and easy. Early on the exit. Very nice. And all this has just meant that Dieter has managed to catch right up to us. I need to put some distance between me and Jarrett through this sector here. This is where I really need to use all my driving skill, all my ability, as small and minuscule as it is. Maybe try and close that gap on the cars ahead, but I can't see that happening. They are a pair of absolute heroes in this car. I have not raced this car for over a year and a half now, so I am super rusty in it. But somehow I've managed to get on pace fairly quickly. A lot of that is thanks to the setup from the GT Challenge Discord, which you'll find in the GT Challenge forum page on iRacing. Oh, understeer. But man, this combo, I mean, I'm sitting in my room now. I am sweating hard. I am dripping. But man, the excitement, the joy that this combination brings, the sound, the way this car drives, the stick sequential, how much it moves around, it's an absolute pleasure. Oh, I just hear it bounce off the limiter. I love this thing. Give me a screaming V12 British car any day and I'm happy. Chuck it at the Nordschleife. I'm even happier. But this fight with Jarrett ain't over yet. We need a very good run through here. Now I'm weak in the second carousel. Going to try third gear. Oh, slow. Too slow. Caught the inside curb. What's the gap? 4 attempts. Just going to chuck it in here. We've got to send it hard. Use all the outside. Turn it in. Inside. Full throttle. Nice. We gained a couple of attempts there, but I was too busy looking at the relative. No! Too busy looking at the relative, and I was watching the gap, not the track. Rookie mistake. I was going to put him past. Are we clear? Yes, we are. That means we get a chance to duck back into the slipstream. He's going to weave. He's going to try and break the toe. We've got the run. We've got the run. We're going to go to the inside. The overspeed, 277 Ks. He squeezes us. Who's going to back out? It's not going to be me.
Clear.
Oh. That was close. That was way too close. Into Tiergarten, so this is going to be a scrap all race long, I think.
6 minutes 30.
On to lap 3 we go, half distance.
You're now in third.
2 laps completed, 3 laps to go. Dieter's still catching up, mainly because of our scrapping. I need to have a good first sector here, break that toe as much as we can. Then we've got to watch it when we get to lap 4. That's when the tyres start feeling that they've been abused. Track temp is hot. It is 47C. So there's not much grip out here right now. And you can see that with the understeer. And trying to get the power down. Had to back again, 3rd time. I'm sweating like crazy. Fly over the crest and the big lift, turn it in, back on the throttle. Oh, a bit too eager. Had to dip out of the throttle once again just for a bit of safety lift, 6th gear. But here he comes, Jared's got to run. We're going to cover the inside into Stradenkreuz. He's not side by side yet. Small lift just to get it turned in as we're a bit compromised on the entry and hard on the anchors. Trying to get it locked up, use the brakes to rotate it in. Oh, lovely stuff. That was beautiful through there. Down the hill once again, just through the compression, the trees whizzing by either side. For the sound of glorious music. Very nice through there. Good clean line. Almost touched the curb, but managed to get away with it. Michael is hunting down David as we speak in the distance. Just keep an eye on that gap on the relative. If they start scrapping, maybe we could possibly claw our way back up. Never know what happens ahead, but for now, that doesn't matter. What matters is still we keep Jarrett behind us. Oh, on 2nd gear there. To be fair, might have been able to make it through in 3rd. Entry just a small lift and back on the throttle. 5th gear temporarily, back to 4th. Oh, miss hit, too much hit, understeer. Very tentative into here. Use that engine braking on the downshift. I'd rather do that than lock up the brakes. Again, bad run out of there. He's going to look to the outside. We're going to have to cover the inside. Here he comes on the switchback. Again, he's going to get the run up to allow the link. So we're going to be going too wide through this section once again. No way around the outside. Allow the links, my friend. That gives him the inside into here. We'll let him have it. We'll try and cut back on the exit, which we do very nicely. Now we have the slipstream. Now we have the toe. Pulling us up the hill. It's very powerful in this car. We're going to go to the outside. We're going to pick our line. Give him the spotter call. Oh, he's forces us onto the grass. Kevin Estra style. Ruined our momentum, but we've still got a wheel in the wheel arch. Not quite, actually. I think we're clear. Going to leave it for bravery for this lap. No point doing do-or-die moves with 2.5 laps still to go. We'll save that one for the last lap. As long as we keep with him, we're all right. But man, this scrap is amazing. It might only be one car on one car, but boy, is this some amazing racing. This is what I love about the iRacing Historic Series. They just provide some of the most amazing racing. You go to IMSA, you go to VRS. It's an absolute clown show. No one knows how to drive. You get punted off on every track, but here, this is proper racing. This Camel GT, Lotus 49s, Lotus 79s is some of the most amazing, fun, clean, hard racing you will have on iRacing in any car, any series. And the cars themselves, they're so much more exciting to drive. I would take a GT1 over a GT3 any day. The way it moves around, the way it's just handles the curbs, the way it feels, the stick sequential, the sound, the noise. Everything about it is just, it's just GT3s on steroids, and I absolutely love every single second of it. And I don't even care if we don't get the position on Jarrett. I'm having the time of my life just hauling an Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 car around the Nordschleife. He's starting to pull a bit of a gap on us here. He's pushing hard. Look at all the track he's using on the exit there. Need to push hard to catch back up. We've got a much cleaner line. Gap's 9/10. Right, let's not ruin our exit onto the Dossager this time. Oh, that's very deep. Turned in way too late. Tyres, I think, are starting to get a bit warm and a bit used. Second carousel, why'd you exist? Oh, we both ruined our exits there. And again, Dieter's just closing it ever so slightly in. Car moving around on us on exit there. Right, we need a good now penultimate lap to catch back up again. And I need to take a drink down the main straight because I'm sweating like crazy. Oh. Just going to duck into whatever slipstream we can get. 266, 267, 268. Uphill, gravity's working against us. I think we'll be able to hit 280 down the hill. We are closing ever so slightly. A 10th here, a 10th there. Line of least resistance under the bridge, the Bilstein Bridge. There's almost 279.
The car is P2, just at the fastest lap.
623, that is an absolutely cracking lap time. Fastest I could manage in practice was the 626. And now, penultimate lap.
28.642.
5 seconds slower, although that was with a fair bit of battling with Jarrett. But look, they've gapped us 18 seconds in 3 laps, or yeah, 3 laps. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh! Come on, hold it, hold it, hold it. Stop getting distracted, come on. Stop being a twit. Luckily, we just managed to keep it out of the barrier there. I got a bit distracted thinking I was driving a modern GT car that you could take that kink flat. Hopefully that hasn't given us too much damage, just a little bit of paint work. Scratch up the old livery a bit. Car seems fine though. Right, we need to get back on Jarrett's buttocks right now. Dab with the brakes, turn it in. Back on the throttle, nice and early. Correct the oversteer, beautifully done. Stick gear, perfect. There we go. Gap 1.7, right. Let's not focus on the gap. Let's just focus on quick corners, quick sequences. More lift through shading cross, back on the throttle, and then brakes just for the change in the tarmac. Oh no, not good, not good, not good. Broke too late. Oh, that's a hard hit. Come on, stop being a twit. Hopefully that's not giving us too much damage. Car feels straight. Steering's not bent. Damn it! Me and bottling races when I'm in a good position. Name a more iconic duo. But I am sweating like crazy right now. I should have put my fan on, but I didn't. Come on. Let's get this position back. Let's get past Dieter. Maybe try and catch back up to Jarrett. I don't think it's going to be possible now. He's got very good pace in that Aston. But still coming home with a P5 would be very good. Come on, these are some scrappy lines now. Car feels a little bit understeery. Oh, I think that's more the tyres than anything else. Starting to get a bit worn, especially with the couple of lockups I've been having. Come on, turn it in. I couldn't pick a turning point there. Nice, nice through there. Got on the throttle. Picked it up nice and early. Nice and smooth through louder links. And then hard on the brakes. Turn in nice and late. There we go. Perfect line through there. We're gaining slightly on the cars ahead. 5th gear. Come on, up the hill. Hug the inside. Line of least resistance. Hit the final apex. Straight line it. Out wide. little steering angle as possible. Don't want to scrub any speed. Come on, foot is hard down now. Planted everything I've got. Come on, Aston. Work with me here. Do me proud. I'm sorry for putting you in the barrier twice, but I need you to give me everything you've got right now. Ah, come on. Nice and smooth into there. Use the TC on exit. I don't know how to drive this car quick. Not too experienced in this thing, but whew, I want to be. I want to race this thing more. And I think for the next couple of minutes, guys, I'm going to shut up and concentrate because I need to find some time in this sector. And I'll let you just listen to the glorious sound of an Aston Martin V12.
On the right.
Oh, someone's off. Oh, it's Jarrett. Oh my god. Is he damaged? It would look like a lot of smoke. And all of a sudden, this podium, we're back in contention for it. Now it's Dieter that has the top trump card. It just remains to be seen what kind of damage Jarrett's done to his car. Whether the top speed is still in one piece, we'll find out in a second. As we get a very nice exit out onto the Dossinger. Now we can see whether our top speed and his top speed is fully up to scratch. We're still pulling good. There's 260, 270. We're looking for about 277 in the slipstream. There it is, 278, 279, 280, 281, 281 nearly. Not quite 281, we're maxing out. We are slingshotting past him. He's still there on the left. He's still there on the left. Oh, definitely think we've picked up a bit of damage because we couldn't get past him. We just hit a aerodynamic wall when we pulled out of the slipstream. Right, one more lap. Oh, and he's very deep. He's very deep. And we make it past. Right, we have 4.5 seconds to try and catch Dieter here. We need one hell of a lap. No mistakes. Every apex perfect. Every braking point precision. Much speed as we can carry. Basically not like that. But Dieter, through pure skill of keeping it out of the wall, keeping it on the track, keeping out of trouble, has found himself 2 positions up in this race. Well, me and Jarrett played the silly game and actually fought. But now we're the hunter, not the hunted. Gonna try our absolute best here. I want this podium. I want this P3. Let's not outbrake ourselves this time. Nice, actually made Arenberg. Beautifully done. Picked up the throttle nicely on the exit as well. Still have got to keep an eye out. Jarrett, he's going to be definitely in hunt mode. Come on, another 2 temps taken out of The number 13 Corvette there. Understeer's really starting to creep in now. Oh, that was very hot into there. Come on, made it stick. I for sure thought I was going into that barrier.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, turn, please. Thank you. Gained a couple of attempts on Jarrett behind. That's good. Good exit, good exit, good exit. Ah, it was a terrible exit. No, we missed the shift for good measure. I can't see the shift lights because my wheel's in the way, unfortunately. So it's quite hard to, like, see where they are. Like, the rim of my wheel is right over the shift lights, so I'm having to completely shift by sound. Yeah, we're definitely down on top speed here. A little trip into the barrier has definitely not helped the aero at all. I don't think we're going to be gaining 4 seconds in this final sector, but... Oh, especially not with the lock up there. As of last lap, I'm going to shut up and try my best. Three seconds, come on. Oh, Jarrett went off. Jarrett went wide, right. Oh, he's just forward now. Whoa! No, we're not going to do it. Unless he makes a mistake here. God, I hate the second carousel. No, way too far back. Good run. We gained about a second on him there, but not a lot we can do. Especially not with this top speed damage. It would have been really hard to overtake anyway. David's going to win by a barnstorming 13 seconds over Michael. 30 seconds over us. Unless he makes a mistake in the final corners. But it's highly unlikely. He's just going to make it through in one piece, as do I.
Jesus, dude, what the hell are you doing?
And Dieter comes home third as we round the final corner. And we come home in P4. Whew.
All right.
What a race. What a race.
Good job. Very good job.
That was so much fun. Whew. Jarrett, what a race. Whew. I am just realising that my camera's not on. Or my light's not on. Hello, everyone. You can now see how drenched I am. Whew. What a race. Well, there we are, guys. The sweatiest man in existence. That was absolutely epic. From start to finish there. Man, I need to race GT1s more. As I said, historic racing and iRacing, that's peaked here. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making this. Coming home in P4, gaining 34 iRating there. Not quite gaining back the 91 we lost trying this for the first time the other day. Thank you, Mike, for talking.
Why the thanks keep going.
Just mute that. Yes, as I said, not quite the 91 we lost, but I don't care about my iRating. If it gets bigger, it gets bigger. If it gets smaller, it gets smaller. I would rather lose 91 iRating and have a race like that than gain 80 through some IMSA tomfoolery. I don't care. As I was saying, thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to see more iRacing from me live, head over to my Twitch in the description below. Also, AJM Racing. Have a really awesome evening. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Peace.